How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm recording you too, so we're good.
Okay, cool.
All right. So this is private property. You're more than welcome to hold your sign out there on West End or somewhere that's not private property.
Is this a public street?
You're not in the street because they could be obstructing the street.
Right. So I have to have a place to walk. Is that correct?
You can walk, but you're not. Are you currently walking?
I'm not blocking any pedestrians.
Well, but that's not the point. Is you're on private.
No, I have a public easement to be able to walk on the side of the road because I'm not allowed to walk.
You're not walking right now.
Do you want me to walk?
I want you to walk away from here.
I'll walk.
Away, like off of this property.
I'm on an easement, a public easement.
But you said the word yourself, to walk. You are not walking.
Okay, I'll walk if that's what you want.
Walk all the way to, just keep walking.
I'm not going to keep walking. My wife's in there. I'm waiting on her to call me from surgery.
You can go to the waiting room and wait for her.
I can stand on the public easement, can't I? I'm not. You just told me I'm not allowed to walk in the road. Is that correct?
We're not talking about the road.
Right. So I cannot walk in the road. I have to have a place designated by the city for me to walk. That's the public easement. It may be their property, but it has a public easement for walking.
Let's start. This is a sidewalk.
Yes, sir.
It is for walking.
Yes, sir.
You're more than welcome to walk on this sidewalk.
Okay.
But currently, you are not walking.
I'm not allowed to obstruct the sidewalk.
Right.
I'm not. I can stand still. I just can't obstruct it.
So then, part C to this is that this is private property.
This is not. This is a public easement where I'm allowed to walk because you just told me I'd be arrested for walking in the street.
Easements are for travel, and if you're
I'll walk. I got no problem. If you guys want me to, I'll walk up and down the sidewalk. No problem.
Is that okay if he just continues to walk?
Not with the sign.
That's my First Amendment right.
Not on private property. I tried to explain that to you.
Okay. But I'm allowed to walk on the sidewalk.
That's what it's for. Right. We agree to that.
All right. Thank you very much.
We agree to that.
Okay.
So your First Amendment protects it in traditional public forums?
A sidewalk is a traditional public forum.
See, but you're doing it on a sidewalk that's adjacent to the private property. That's an easement through the private property.
But because I'm not allowed to walk in the street. Officer Jameson made that clear to me. I can't be in the street.
We agree on that.
Right. So if you guys will move, I'll walk up and down. I got no issue with that if that's what you want. I mean, technically, I don't think I have to move. I have to not obstruct pedestrians on the sidewalk. And I'm not. There's nobody to obstruct. I'm making sure of that.
Understood.
Okay. I just don't like the security telling me I'm on private property. I can't be here. That's just not right. You guys understand there's an easement for walking. I have to. And I'll walk once you guys stop talking to me, I'll walk.
So the other issue that they're bringing up is this, and I have nothing to do with it. We have nothing to do with this. What did I just hear him say? What did he just say?
I don't know. You tell me.
Something about it's okay for you to walk. Because I asked him, is it okay for you to walk? And he said, sure.
Okay.
He said something about the sign.
Oh, well, that's First Amendment. You know that.
That's why we're not talking about the sign.
Right.
That's between you and them.
Well, he can't stop me from that.
Right. He can't stop you from going the sign.
Right.
So I think the initial issue was that does he aware that you're running?
Yes. He's already been here with another Metro. They walked from around the corner. He stopped and told me I couldn't be here. He told me to walk up to the bus stop. I said, I'm waiting on my wife to call me from surgery so I can go take her home. And I don't have a problem walking if that's what you like.
Yeah, that's what he
doesn't like my sign, and that's not his business.
But he works for the company. We don't work for the company.
I know.
We're just here to make sure.
You're public servants. He's not. He's a private employee.
He
Right.
works for them. And so what they say, we have nothing to do with what they say.
I understand that. Right. That's why you're here now. That's why I didn't listen to him, because I know what I'm allowed to do, and you know what I'm allowed to do. And if you want, I'd be happy to walk up and down. I got no issue with that.
Initially, I thought that you were just standing still. But
I was, but I was up against the sign, which means I'm not obstructing anything.
Well, I'm sorry, what's your name, sir?
Don't have to get. I'll tell you my name.
No, you don't have to get it.
I'll tell you. My friends call me Rusty.
Rusty, that's fine.
I'm gonna go talk to
I just didn't want to be disrespectful.
Okay, my friends call me Rusty.
That's what I call her.
Okay, sure.
So here, while you're not doing anything wrong.
Correct.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
I mean, what are you? I guess what is your objective? Like, what are you hoping to achieve? Can I ask that?
Protest by government, the current regime that's in.
That's perfectly fine.
Right.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure. Anything.
Okay.
Suggest whatever you like.
Rusty, here's kind of the thing: is that look where we're at right now.
I'm getting overwhelming support from people
I get it.
passing.
We're at a hospital, right?
Right.
And we're right next to a children's hospital.
Right.
So kids and everybody else that's going through stuff are coming through this area.
Right.
That might not be the best appropriate language.
It's not illegal, though.
It's not illegal.
Okay.
I'm just saying that, maybe take some of that into consideration, okay? So obviously, with being out here and doing that stuff, you're going to elicit a response from some people.
Some, you're right.
Right.
Some are positive. I had a couple negatives.
Well, and I get that. You're going to have that with anything.
Right.
So all we're saying is that obviously take that into consideration. But yeah, no, like we told you already, you're not doing anything wrong.
If he wants me to walk, if you guys are insisting that I walk, then I will.
As long as you are not blocking the sidewalk to where anybody can freely walk about.
Yes, sir. I understand. It's not my first rodeo. You probably figured that out.
We don't want people to start getting confrontational and all that.
No, I'm not here for confrontations.
At the end of the day, you and I both know you can protest the government. I can protest the government. It's not going to make a difference.
As long as you're not in uniform, you can. I mean, you're a free citizen, so you take when you're after hours, just like me.
Sure, absolutely.
I appreciate y'all coming out and straighten him out because he's insistent that this is private property. And there's an easement, whether it's private or not. There's got to be a place for pedestrians to walk.
Yeah.
And you understand that. That's why I'm glad he called you guys.
You're correct about that.
Right.
I mean, there's a reason why they built the sidewalk.
Right.
So people could move on.
It's because if I step out here, I'd be
Right.
against the law. Right.
So essentially what ends up happening is it is an easement, it is a walkway built on private property.
Understand. Well, there's the easement says so far from the center of the road. I don't know what it is on a double lane road like this, but there has to be somewhere for pedestrians to walk.
I think that's the only issue. He says he doesn't care about the sign.
Well,
So
that's the only reason he stopped because of the sign.
now he's telling me that
Well, I don't care what he tells you now. It's why he stopped.
you're able to at least move and just walk back and forth if you want to.
Well, he's already told me as long as I'm not obstructing pedestrians on the sidewalk, I can stand still.
Or now along with that, it's not just obstructing, right? There are kind of rules that apply to you're not creating a disturbance.
Correct.
I mean, if you were, that would be included in that.
Obviously, yeah. I know the laws that
Right.
what
If you
I
were
can and can't do.
affecting the safety of others, like if you were like
Yeah, holding it out in front of the car, something
exactly,
right.
that's
Right.
exactly right.
Exactly.
So,
Yes, sir.
hooting and hollering, screaming, disturbing the hospital.
I hadn't said anything to anybody except him.
All you're doing is walking and holding the sign.
Cool. Appreciate you guys.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you at all. We're just trying to be on the same page.
Yes, sir. I understand. Right. I want to be on the same page too.
I get it.
Sorry you made y'all come out here.
No,
That's what we did.
Yeah, sometimes there's just
Well,
people aren't on the same page.
I mean, I understand one of you coming out, but what, 4 of you and 3 cars is, is a little overkill.
No, we're on our way somewhere.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just don't see overkill, you know.
He looks like a real terror. Yeah. He's like, no, we're
Yeah, hey, I didn't storm the Capitol, man.
I'm just,
You guys are cool, man.
so just, I think we should just move in. Okay.
All right, appreciate you, Rusty.
Yes, sir. Y'all take it easy. There you go, Metro upholding their oath, allowing me to do what I'm doing. All right, and here's what he didn't like. He's telling the officers it's not my sign, but that's exactly why he stopped.
So, hey, one quick thing.
Yes, sir.
About the filming part, we do have like laws that have to do with privacy of patients and other people.
But
you wouldn't want anybody filming your wife.
But
coming in.
you understand
So
that
just be careful about
you
that.
understand the patient laws are for HIPAA, and I'm not HIPAA certified.
No, but
So anything I can see in public, I can film, and you
Right,
understand
exactly. So what we're talking about.
that. But I don't know who's a patient and who's a pedestrian, who's a citizen, and who's a doctor.
right, you're right. Out here, there's no.
Oh, I would never
expectation of
put this inside the hospital.
Good.
Right. No, I didn't turn it on until you guys showed up.
We're good. Okay.
I'm not out here to make a spectacle. I'm just out here to protest. So,
And I think he understands that. It's just,
Okay.
you're good. Okay.
I appreciate you, Officer Tang.